So who doesn't know the guy? He's successful in media and in broadcasting.
Mag-aral na maigi upang buhay ay bumuti.
He's a prolific host.
Kaunting kaalaman.
And is very passionate with motorcycles.
Ating tatandaan, ang buhay ay weather lang.
It's Kuya Kim on Makina Riders. Wow.
Thank you for taking this time out, Kuya Kim.
Good morning. I was looking forward to this.
Ang daming nagre-request sa'yo to guest in Makina Riders. So, I guess first question is, how did you get into two wheels?
So my very first bike, hindi tumagal sa akin. This was in 1989. I was still in college. I got a CB400.
Ooh.
CB400. It was my first bike. I didn't know how to ride, but I enjoyed it because maluwag ang EDSA noon eh. I would take EDSA from my house in San Andres to UP. I had that bike for about a month. When my dad found out that I had a big bike, pinasol it.
Allah.
That was it. Wala akong bike. While I was dependent on dad, I couldn't get a bike because my family was totally against it.
Lessons? Did you take lessons or
no, wala lessons. Bara-bara yun. Buti nga, hindi ako namatay. Wala akong helmet. Kasi pwedeng walang helmet nun eh.
Oh, yeah, dati.
Dati. And then when Veloci Motors opened, this was in 1993. Bago ang Vespa noon sa Pilipinas. And I knew of Vespa because whenever I travel, makita ko ng mga vintage scooters.
Oh, classic yun eh.
Oh. My first Vespa, which I got in Veloci Motors, was a yellow PX. I learned on that scootering. I loved that motorcycle so much. I styled it in such that it looked like a yellow cab New York. And funny because a part of my scootering group then is Eric Puno. We used to scoot together. Si Eric Puno ang may-ari ng Yellow Cab Pizza.
Oh, okay. Wala pang Yellow Cab nun.
Eric told me just last year that Yellow Cab Pizza was inspired by my Yellow PX. Nilagyan ko kasi ng checkered eh. Kung anong itsura ng Yellow Cab delivery Vespas, yun ang design ng una kong Vespa. Yan.
Okay.
And then after about a couple of years using that PX, I used it to commute eh. I was a city councilor then in Manila.
Cool naman, councilor, naka-Vespa.
Konsehal, tsaka naka-polo barong ako. Pupunta ako sa mga barangay, bibisitahin ko yung mga constituents ko. Naka-Vespa. Siguro mga 1994 na ito, 1995. Sa kakaikot-ikot ko, napadaan ako sa bangkal. At nakita ko ang bahay ng pinakaunang mekaniko ko sa vintage Vespas. Ito yung bahay ni Idong Montana. Kinausap ko yung may-ari, Sir, binibenta po ba itong mga scooter na to? At sabi niya, well, marami dyan, pumili ka, ayusin natin. Yan.
Galing.
May napili ako, ito sa LI 150 na Lambretta, 1967.
Now you got into Lambrettas naman.
I got into Lambrettas. That was my first vintage scooter. I got my first vintage Vespa. I traded my Vespa PX 150 na yellow cab doon sa GS 160. Yan na. And then nagkaroon ako ng fleet.
Paluma na ng paluma. So you're saying CB400, nagpahinga ka lang ng 4 na taon and then nung nagka-scooter ka na, dire-diretso na?
Hindi rin. Nagkapahinga rin yan.
Okay.
Kinasal na ako. So,
okay,
I met my wife on a scooter. Naka GS 160 ako. When I saw my wife in a restaurant, ano na to, 1999 na to. Ganda ng misis ko. Kasi ang buhok. Slick back hair. From across the room, I saw her. Because, eto na. Alam ko na. Kasi siya papakasalan ko. 20 minutes into the conversation, tinanong ko siya kagad, do you believe in love at first sight? At ang sagot sa akin ni Feli, yes, I do. Second question, I didn't bring a car. Naka-scooter ako ngayong gabi. Would you like to go around Manila on my scooter? I'd love to do that.
Wow!
Ang unang date namin ng misis ko was on top of my GS 160.
You still have that scooter?
I have it. No, I sold it and then I bought it back.
Oh, kasi dyan mo nakilala si
Diyan ko nakilala si misis. And then, noong 2004, hinulaan ako ng isang kaibigan, ni Tish Bautista, na asawa ni Pamela, Andy Bautista, na isang psychic. Sinabi ni Tish sa akin, Kim, I can see you dying on top of a...
What?
Of a weird-looking motorcycle. Dahil alam namin totoong psychic siya, ibinenta ko lahat ng scooter ko.
2004?
2004.
So 94 to 2004, straight 10 years?
Straight and 10 years, naka-scooter ako.
And then you met a psychic?
Every single day. Then I met a psychic. I was newly married anyway, and then Feli was already pregnant with our first kid. Sabi ko, okay, magbago naman tayo ng passion ngayon. So I sold all my scooters till I got into Land Rovers.
4 ng gulong, mas mahirap sa memplang doon.
Mas safe ka, pero hindi rin kasi tumaob yung Land Rover ko sa Dalton Pass one time, munti kami mamatay.
Speaking of semplang, alam mo naman ang rider, minsan na-experience and people learn from it or iba na-traumatize. Did you ever get into a...
My semplangs are basically slow-speed semplangs. And I thank God for that. Yung sinasabi nila na it's just a matter of time. I don't believe that eh. Whenever I'm on my motorcycle, I think this is a new ride. I'm gonna be as safe as I can, and I'm gonna come home in one piece to my wife.
Wow.
and my kids.
I actually saw how your attitude with that. I got to ride with you one time, tayo nila Ellie.
Yeah.
And you started out with a prayer. It kind of tones down the pace a bit, and then
Yeah.
mas safe yung pakiramdam. Would you say since 89 now, merong at least 20 dumaan sa'yo na 2 wheels?
Wala naman.
Less than that.
10 siguro.
Okay. Dami pa rin.
10. Yung mga scooters na dumaan sa akin, ibinenta ko lahat 2004.
Mga ilan
Pinili
yun?
ko ulit. Dahil nabuhayan ulit ako ng loob. Nirestore ko. It was a GS160, the LD150, and the TD175 was karne-karne na. But I was able to get all of them back. These were my scooters when I was single, and these were the scooters that really meant a lot to me na nabenta ko. That's what started the riding again. And then 2016, sabi ko, why don't I get into big bikes? I like the style, I like the heritage. My first big bike, which I got late 2015 or 2016, was a Royal Enfield. Because I was advised by Ryan Agoncillo, kasi ang ugali niya Royal Enfield, parang PX lang yan, parang scooter yan. Mabait sa throttle yan, madaling i-balance, madaling isingit. Don't be intimidated by the size and the weight. Pag umandar yan, parang PX. I tried it, and then I said, uy, parang scooter, mabait. So that was it. I rode the Royal Enfield for almost a year, and then sabi ko, I want something more powerful naman. Then I got a Scrambler. Then yung Scrambler, kabaliktaran naman ng Royal Enfield. Counting throttle mo lang, gusto ko i-wheelie. So meron akong dalawa, meron mabait na bike, meron akong salbahing bike, and then I got a real powerful bike, which is a 1200 XDVL S.
Ganda nun. Yeah, naka-ride kita with that.
Cruiser bike whenever I ride with the cruiser heads and my cruiser guy friends. After that, I was able to discover a vintage CB750 to a friend from Cagayan de Oro. I had it restored kay Elmer, Laguna Choppers.
Of course, galing.
Sabi ko, Elmer, I want it restored na parang pagkuha ko niyang bike na yan, pag kalalabas na ng factory, bagong bike, ganun. Okay, we'll do that. Pero pag ganyan ang gusto mo, Kuya Kim, maghihintay ka. Kasi maghintay tayo ng pyesa.
Oh, kasi ulit mo naman, pati yung mga piston ring.
Lahat.
Binago niya lahat.
Bago
wow,
lahat.
okay.
So it took almost 2 years. At nakuha ko yan ng birthday ko this year. Teka, may isa pa.
Okay, there's one more.
Nakuha ko ng isa pa. Because I'm a classic enthusiast, I got Triumph Bonneville. Kasi yun ang may heritage sa mga big bikes. That's my latest bike now. And that's what I use daily now.
Favorite?
Pag sinabi mo may favorite bike ka, parang sinabi mo sa mga anak mo na may favorite na anak ka eh.
Mahal mo lahat.
Oh, mahal ko lahat. Iba-iba ugali yan. You cannot expect a Royal Enfield to perform like a Ducati Scrambler. Magkaiba sila na ugali, magkaiba sila ng ginagawa.
What's the oldest motorcycle or scooter you have?
I have a 1954 Lambretta F-Type, open type. The F-Type is the only one in the Philippines. It's the time na yung mga Lambretta wala pang cowl. Open pa siya.
Kilala ko yung dati may-ari niyan.
O si Chef, si Kenneth Cacho.
Yeah, Kenneth Cacho is the brother of Tim Cacho, my guitarist. And that scooter won in Moto Builds Pilipinas.
I did.
Yeah, 2015 ata nanalo yan.
Because it's correctly restored.
Exactly. And Elmer also did it.
Time warp yan pag sinakyan mo.
Most collectible.
For the modern ones, yes. Not in terms of rarity, but in terms of quality.
Ang ganda ng collection mo, ang tasteful.
Ano naman ma-advise mo, basically across the board, if they're into collecting or if they're into riding, what would you impart?
Well, as you said kanina, no, when we rode together with the group, you start each and every ride with a prayer. And a ride should be like praying. Pag uwi mo sa misis mo, buong-buo ka, wala kang aksidente, na-relax ka, masarap ang pakiramdam mo. Yun ang dapat na amen mo. Pangit na amen, yung lasog-lasog yung katawan mo dahil nangarera ka at hindi naman kailangan. Now, when you pray before a ride, what exactly do you pray for? Of course, you pray for safety, but you also pray that your ego is put in its proper place. Kadalasan, ang aksidente is riding beyond our limits and riding faster than our skill level. Siyempre, may tumabi sa'yo, gusto mong karerahin, kinarera mo, na-aksidente ka.
Diyan nagsisimula yan ego.
Diyan nagsisimula yan. At ang prayer natin dapat, whenever we ride, keep the ego in check and to ride, enjoy it within our skill level. And that takes a lot of discipline. Dapat gawin natin.
Okay, Kuya Kim, that was super interesting. Thank you so much for your time. And wow, God bless you. Thank you.
Okay, Zach. It's an honor, and I'm a big fan of not only your band, of course, your vlog, which I watch all the time, and of course, Moto Builds.
Konting kaalaman.
Wow! Hi there! Laki ng butiki na to ah. Kuya Kim, maling ata pinapakain nyo dito eh.